Right lads, what's the crack? This week I'm in North London and you are going to see in this video I managed to find the best pint of Guinness in all of London. Stay tuned to find out. That's like more Essex. Find out. Stay tuned to find out, mate. And we're back in the room. First and foremost lads, I want to give a massive shout out to Pouch, the sponsor of this video. Again, another very expensive video. Hotels, flights, trains, planes and automobiles. So this video wouldn't have happened without Pouch's support. Oi Guru mate, what the fuck is Pouch? I'll tell you fella. So Pouch is a free desktop browser extension that saves you time and cashola, aka money, when you're online shopping on the lapper topper. Pouch automatically finds and applies the best discount codes when you're online shopping. A big day coming up lads, Valentine's Day. Yes, I know, it's a load of bollocks, agreed. But you're better off just buying the fucking flowers instead of getting the guff. Just buy the flowers, pick your battles. So right, let's get something for Mrs. Guru. 35 fucking pounds sterling for a bunch of flowers. Jesus Christ. So Pouch automatically pops up and save me £8.75. Thank fuck for that. Where's my flowers? And it also works when you're shopping online for over 3,000 UK brands. They've also just launched Pouch Points. So even if there's no live codes available at the time when you're shopping online, you can still earn points from participating retailers which can be redeemed for gift cards. It only takes a couple of clicks to install it on your laptop and just make sure you have it pinned to your browser, baby. And then whenever you're shopping, it just automatically finds the discounts. The link is right there and it's first thing down in the description. Thank you Pouch for sponsoring the video and enjoy the pints lads. Okay lads, best pint of Guinness in North London. I'm in somewhere around Camden or Camden Town at the minute, and then we're going to work our way up all the way to the old Chilali. Thanks again for the trillion recommendations I got on Instagram. I'm sticking to 5. Pub 1 right across the road is the Sheephaven Bay. Let's head in to the Sheephaven Bay. Hopefully a good start to the day. Up pints. Just get in on it because I haven't done that yet. Right lads, looks a very good one. Not a single bubble in the head. The head is the perfect height. Oh, new style glass, but absolutely grand. Sláinte. Jeez, I tell you what. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. So it's the first time, fun fact, first time since I've been in London. Obviously we're seeing the last video, 5 pubs in central London. Today he asked me, did I want it regular or cold? Now I know a lot of UK taps do have regular and cold taps, like 2 different taps. But yesterday, 4 of the pubs, I don't know if they had regular and cold or what, but 4 of the pubs that gave me the pint were absolutely freezing. And then 1 of the pubs was like borderline warm, so it was very weird. I asked for regular, which I think most people would. A lot of people say cold, a lot of people say the cold Guinness takes away from the taste. The funny thing is, I asked for regular, and I know this is regular, but this is quite cold, but like this is the perfect Guinness temperature. I don't know why you would want it any colder. Or obviously you wouldn't want it any warmer, but it's funny, like it's very cold, but this is regular. Fucking mad. Jeez lads, nothing jumping out as being bad about that pint. That is solid. Also price. It's my New Year's resolution to remember the price. The problem is, without sounding like I think I'm the dog's bollocks, I'm getting, like, because I just get 1 pint in every pub and I tell them what I'm doing, I tend to get a lot of the pints for free these days, and then I forget to ask for the price. I don't have a receipt, so I'm doing my best to ask what is the price. £5.20. I paid £6.25 for a pint in a pub in Mayfair yesterday. I know Mayfair is very posh. So, and then I think I'd say the average yesterday was probably averaged at about £5.90. Yeah, about £5.90. So 70 pence down in the Sheephaven Bay. Also, another fun fact, a reason why I would definitely come a regular of here if I lived here, he said, the barman, I think he said he has some sort of loyalty card with, I thought it was like Do you know, like you get like 5 coffees, get a 6 free. He basically said the regulars get, because they have this loyalty card, get the points for £4.70 before 7 o'clock or something. So big fan of this place, lads. Big fan. Yeah, Jesus. Shtick's gonna be borderline perfect. Another thing I need to mention, lads, I nearly don't want to wear these, the merch in the videos, because I don't have any for sale at the minute. Next sort of month or two we will have, touch wood, loads of Sláinte Lads gear. Touch wood. What a decent pint. Shtick, very good. Lads, I'm very impressed with that. Probably the best UK pint I've ever had. I'm going to give that an 8.2, which is a monster. Anything over an 8 for the UK in my book is huge. 8.2, I think maybe the best score I've ever given in Britain. But yeah, delighted. Sound man at the bar, and just beautiful Irish pub. What a start to north/mid-north, and fucking God knows where we are. Oh, burpees. Cracking pint, Sheephaven Bay. Right, that's pub 2, Homeboy Bar. Let's go in, hopefully a good pint. Can Can't get much better than that. Thank you. Oh yeah. She was being so careful. Oh my God. Okay lads, Homeboy Bar. This is just perfectly settled, so I'm going to tuck right in. My God, it looks good. Not a single cat. Do you want to just quickly come over the top of it? Not a bubble to be seen in that head. Head, perfect size, basically. Yeah, let's have a sup and talk a bit of shit. Sláinte Lads, Homeboy Bar. Jesus. North London, why did we even bother with Central London? Fucking hell, that is good gear. So, very funny story, or hopefully I can get them in the video. So lads, you gotta understand, like, this is not a complaint by the way, but just the way it goes with the videos, and I'm putting stuff on Instagram, and when I'm on Instagram, I'm putting up stories as I go, and people are always replying to those stories. So after a day of doing like 5 pubs, and I've posted 50 stories, I could have literally 100 messages, which is great, but I'll read random stuff here and I totally get everything mixed up. So I was reading, go to Homeboy, there's a guy called Kieran there, or Kieran and the lads, or whoever. Didn't think much of it, rock up. Kieran rocks up to me and goes, "You're Dara, aren't you?" And I go, "I recognise this fella." Kieran, I presume owner of the Homeboy Bar, went to college with your boy. And very funny, because it was a hospitality management course. I of course dropped out after year 1. Kieran obviously used the skills he learned and has made himself a bar in London. So funny how it goes. Fucking, that would have been 2011, 2012, literally 10 years later, and we meet again, and I'm reviewing pints for a living. He's running a bar that I'm reviewing pints in. That is mad. A very good pint. A very good pint. So he was kind of giving me the usual, "Yeah, where are you heading?" And I told him where we're going. And it's so funny, like, and nothing against Kieran, but it's always the same with bar owners. They'll never like give an inch when you talk about other bars. They'll never be like, I'll say, "Oh, I was in the Took and I was in Coaching Horses and I was Chilali," and they'll never be like, "Oh, they're unreal." They're always like, "Yeah, they're grand, yeah." Because why would they say they're unreal? Then you're going to go there. But he said, I think on TripAdvisor or Google or whatever, that now Homeboy Bar is is #1 Guinness in London. But look, you can have your Googles, you can have your TripAdvisors. There's only one real way of knowing what's the best pint in London. There's the blatant guru fella. Fucking, I got the titty hair showing here. I feel like Sheephaven was better though. Sorry, Kieran, hate to burst your bubble, my old college pal. Good pint. Stick, not gonna be great. It was a very clean glass, but not a whole lot of stick going on. But it is lovely. It's fucking lovely, lads. But I think Sheephaven is just ahead of it. The head is staying creamy to the end. It was perfect temperature. I presume, I wouldn't even say they would have an extra cold tap here. You wouldn't really know. But anyway. 7.9. Just don't have it in me to give it the 8. Still a great score, all things considered. Homeboy Bar, Islington. I presume it's Islington and not Islington. Probably a very stupid thing to say. But yeah, 7.9, really good point. Yeah. Right lads, pub 3 of North London, the Faltering Fullback. Don't even ask me where I am because I have no idea. Faltering Fullback, a lot of recommendations. Let's have a gander. Right lads, the Faltering Fullback. First thing I'm noticing, old style glass. Again, feels very cold. They only gave me the option in that first place, the Sheephaven Bar for did you want regular or extra cold? This feels, I can't even fucking tell. It feels very cold, but not extremely cold. Really cool bar, really nice bar. £4.80, cheapest by a mile. Didn't think we'd be going under £5 anywhere around London. Yeah, £4.80. And if you can get in there, Cat, we've got a shamrock, no logo in a foam. You can barely make it out, but your man knew the crack when I came in. And then just as he gives me the pint, he was like, I've just been informed that you don't like a logo in the foam. Sorry. But yeah, Jesus, fuck me if he didn't put that logo in there. If we can forget about the logo, that is the best looking pint I think I have gotten. If we can forgive the logo, also a glass, perfect size head, I think that's the best looking pint I've gotten in London. Why did you put the logo on the phone, mate? As Super Hands would say, no logo in the farm, do marketing, mate. Sláinte, beautiful looking pint. Yeah, I think that must be maybe extra cold. It is freezing. And it's a shame the way they all give it to you so cold. And they mustn't have regular or extra, you would think, especially if they knew what I was doing, you would think they'd give me the option. And to be honest, it feels like so cold in my hand that I actually want to put it down, if you know what I mean. I guess that's a sign that it must be the extra cold. Like, yeah, if it's so cold that you want to put it down, it must be extra cold, which is a shame. I think they always talk about the extra cold because, I don't know, they do extra cold over here and all around the world because the Guinness has to travel further and it keeps it better and all this shit, but it's just too cold. But it's like pretty much every other pint I've gotten here, bar Sheephaven Bay and Gibney's in central London. It's a good point, I just don't know why they make it so cold. Yeah, really cool pub. They seem to have a kind of a live music venue next door, which is the first kind of pub I've seen yet that has that in London. Also, this is literally, it's a bit like the sort of Gravediggers where it just seems like it's just in the middle of a neighbourhood, like it's just along a road. And I was thinking, Jesus Christ, if you were living in an apartment across the road, you'd just be there looking out your sitting room every day, just staring across going, right, will I have a pint or what? So yeah, really nice pub. Faltering Fullback. Maybe it's not Irish, I don't know. seem to presume they're all Irish, and then like half of them are, half of them aren't. I don't know if you lads are recommending pubs that are purely Irish. It doesn't really seem to be Irish, although I say that I literally see an Ireland flag and a picture of booking Jack Charlton. So, fuck knows, maybe it is. But I'll tell you why I don't think it's Irish. When I saw it was called Faltering Fullback, I kind of presumed it was like a fullback in GA, like a fucking Dermot O'Sullivan or Darren Fay. But I'm seeing rugby pictures everywhere, and then Faltering Fullback, and then like a picture of a guy with a rugby ball. So it must mean a rugby fullback, aka what, Rob Kearney, bleeding Gervin Dempsey and the lads. So yeah, is it Irish, is it not? We'll never know until we know in about 5 minutes when I Google it. Yeah, very decent pint. Very decent pint. I think the next pub, 12 Pins, is only about a 5-minute walk around the corner, so we're going well. All with the El Chilali, which is supposed to be the best. It was like the other video, left the toucan till last. Wouldn't say it's disappointed, but it wasn't the best pint. Leaving the El Chilali till last. I have not stopped hearing about the El Chilali since I've been in London, and since I started asking about where should I go in London. Anyway, let's rate this bad boy. Yeah, it's freezing. God, it's cold. Lastly, lads, again, when I'm doing the edit, I'll Google where this pub is and I'll put like a bit of a map and stuff. But to be honest, this, like the video I'm doing here, wouldn't be exactly a pub crawl you'd be doing yourself. They're literally the last 3 pubs I've got. This and the last 2, they've all been like 20 minutes away from each other. So you say North London, us from Ireland, we think like, ah yeah, little old North London. It's fucking massive. These pubs are miles away from each other. So keep in mind, despite the lovely old-style glass, I can't be given major scores just because of an old-style glass. I'll go 7. What was the last one? 7.6. Again, it could have easily been an 8 if it wasn't so fucking cold. Like, I barely tasted the thing. But I'm probably going a bit harsh in this pub. But like every pub has just been so cold, and definitely could have been in the 8s if it wasn't as cold. But it was. So 7.6. The Faltering Fullback. Really good pub name. I do like that. Right, lads, pub 4, 12 Pins. So I was tempted to, a lot of people in the last place told me to go to a place called The Crown. Unfortunately, after this, we're heading to the El Chilali. The Crown is the total opposite way. We've been driving in fucking Ubers and Bolts and tubes and trains, planes and automobiles all day long. Just doesn't suit. But The Crown, notable mention, honourable mention to The Crown pub. But we're not going to get there. 12 Pins. Let's go in. Another highly recommended. Sure, they're all highly recommended, or else we wouldn't be bloody going to them. Right, lads, 12 Pins. Big, massive, high ceilings, big open pub. And I'm seeing Irish writing. I'm seeing a bit of Gaeilge on the wall there. I don't know what to fucking think of all these pubs. Like, a lot of them don't look Irish, but I suppose what makes an Irish pub an Irish pub? I suppose you can't really go too generic with like Irish flags and all, because that makes it too obvious and, like I said, generic. So I suppose, I think even the last place was an Irish pub, but I didn't really think it was. But fuck knows. Right, Sláinte. Again, this point is freezing. I can't get over how cold they serve it in the UK. New style glass, but it's okay. Not the cleanest in the world, but not the worst. Decent head, but I better drink that before it goes manky. Sláinte. No bubbles in the head, always a good sign. Brain freeze. Literal brain freeze. I was trying to not comment on it too much yesterday in central London when I kept getting cold pints. But fucking hell, I don't know what they're doing over here. I can't even taste it. I can't even give it a score. This could be like fucking 10 out of 10, but I can't taste the fucking thing. I nearly got brain freeze drinking it. Usually when I do the reviews for good, I always say, you know I like it when I take, if it's average, I'll take 3 gulps, put it down. If I love it, I'll take another 4th gulp and put it down. By the 4th gulp, I couldn't even drink anymore. Like, if someone wanted to try and neck that pint, holy fuck, I don't know how they would do it. And again, it's a nice pint, yeah, but they must just, the UK market must want it to be cold. I don't know, is that the English fellas just love cold Guinness? But I know for a fact, if you grow up in Ireland, you're drinking Guinness in Ireland at a certain temperature, and you move over here, you're not going to want it that cold. But anyway, what the fuck would I know? Yeah, it's pretty good, it's grand. This seems like the type of pub where you clock off work on the building site, you come straight in here, we've got high vis to beat the band around the place, love it. Reminds me of when I lived in New Zealand in Christchurch, and you'd literally be working until like 6 o'clock and then straight to the boozer, walking home, manky drunk, manky stinking as shite. That's the builder life, innit? Anyway, trying to get over the cold. Let's just critique it as if it was a normal pint. It is tasty. It's a tasty, solid pint. Again, like I said, hard luck to the Crown. Missed out. Just unfortunately, total opposite direction of where we were going. We're ending up hopefully the big showdown in the El Shillelagh. But yeah, again, lads, he's recommended millions of places. Can only pick 5 max per video. Any more than that, I'd be on me tits. What a life. Right, again, I'm getting like pretty much the exact same shtick in a lot of these pubs, especially with that new glass. That's good shtick, I'll give it that. Also a very common theme, I don't know if it has nothing to do with the cold pint, but the head starts to go yellow fairly fast in a lot of these London pints. I always say when the head stays the same thickness all the way down, which this is staying thick, but if it stays white to the end and then you drink that lovely white juice, then you know it's good. But these all seem to be kind of going yellow, so that's kind of why there hasn't really been, I think there's only been 1 pint over an 8. So, but I'm loving the buzz in here. I love when I can just talk at a normal, like, level of a normal fucking volume. What am I going on about decibels? I can talk at a normal volume, and I don't have to be in the corner like, oh, yeah, the pint is good. I can just talk as if I'm just one of the lads in the pub, and it's all good. Right, score. It's grand. The last one was definitely better. I'm trying my best to just compare them to the last one I had. I think I gave it a 7.6 in the Faltering Fullback. That's grand. Like, I'd give it like a 7.3 for the 12 pins. Again, not an awful score. I think I've had 1 over an 8 and 1 under a 7. So I've had a lot of 7s in London, which is good going. Yeah, I'm just praying to fuck I get a regular non-extra cold pint in the El Shillelagh. If I don't, I'll be heartbroken. We march on to the El Shillelagh. This has been the 12 pins, 7.3. Right, lads, the El Shillelagh, arguably up there with the Toucan as the most requested pub in all of London, let alone North London. Let's go in. Hopefully a cracking pint to finish us off. It's the El Shillelagh. Yeah, like I said, arguably the most requested pub in all of London, not just North London. Looks great, all style glass. Again, it is freezing cold, but no bubbles in the head. Head could maybe be a tiny bit bigger, but looks like a beauty, lads. All style branded glass, happy out. Sláinte, last pub. Oh, that's good shit. Thank God you gave me a really, really good one. That is good shit. Again, my mind's so all over the place, I can't even tell if it's cold or extra cold or fucking regular. I don't know, but that is lovely. Definitely worth the hype. That's just a very good point. The old Chilali, what a fucking name. Chilali, I believe, is like a weapon or like a little wooden thing. Embarrassingly, the number one thing that comes to mind for me is in the WWE when your man Finlay, the weird Irish wrestler, used to use a Shillelagh or something. But yeah, the El Shillelagh, love it. Really cozy bar, unmistakably Irish. Absolutely very cozy spot. Real long bar and then a huge big kind of beer garden at the back. So yeah, perfect, lovely bar. The shtick on this thing is going to be mentally good. Yeah, so that's been London, really. Fucking hell. 2 days has gone very quick. 5 pubs in Central, 5 pubs in North. I think we could be on for the best of the fucking 10, lads. Honestly, that is serious stuff. Gotta give a shout out to Kat, aka Mrs. Guru behind the camera, putting up with my shite the last 2 days, pulling her in every fucking direction around London. What's my highest score yet? 8-2? Okay, this is a great fucking pint. The shtick. Can't argue with the shtick, lads. And the glass was fucking sparkling clean as well. I'm saying it, it's the best pint I've had in London. Get into it. .3 pips it. Best pint in London. Unbelievable shtick. Also a glass, branded glass. Again, quite cold, but I'll allow it. Good, savage, creamy pint. Very much something like you get in Dublin. Probably a little bit colder, but yeah. 8.3. The El Shillelagh. Best pint of Guinness in London, not just North London. London. Thanks for watching, lads. See you in the next video. And of course, a big shout out to Pouch again for sponsoring the video. Link is in the description, lads. Make sure you go check them out.